I'm Geo, and I'm bringing you guys part 2 of What If Goku Masters Super Saiyan 3. This is kind of the semi-final part since I'm only doing maybe 3 parts because of this. So what if maybe a little bit shorter? So yeah, hope you guys understand that. So yeah, now, a recap of what happened in the previous video. Goku decided to truly master Super Saiyan 3, and with the help of finding another rune thanks to King Kai, he was able to fully master Super Saiyan 3 and achieve a new variation of it known as Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 3, which honestly became even stronger than he has ever been before. In base, Goku was a lot stronger than his King counterpart, and he was easily able to defeat Boo by himself, and nobody had to sacrifice themselves, nor Vegeta or Goku had to fuse using the Potara earrings. Goku was also offered the ultimate form by the old Kai and Shin, but Goku decided to refuse, deciding to just continue on with his regular training. Now we're getting back to the story. Goku and Vegeta have been trained together. Goku decided to actually teach Vegeta how to utilize Super Saiyan 3 to its fullest capacity, almost like how to utilize Limit Breaker variation. Of course, Vegeta would be pretty interested in learning the Limit Breaker variation, since it actually does not possess that much of a stamina drain, unlike the Super Saiyan 3 transformation. It's just that the Limit Breaker form is actually much more stable than the original Super Saiyan 3, and Vegeta can actually see the difference. The Limit Breaker form actually allows them to gain more power, while the Super Saiyan 3 does give them a lot of power, but it drains their stamina immensely fast. So Vegeta first achieved Super Saiyan 3, and with the help of Goku, he was able to master after a couple of months of training, which of course is natural for Vegeta due to his elite potential. Goku most likely would have taken at least 2 to more years to fully master Super Saiyan 3, thanks to his training and intensifying training. They both were able to Goku was able to help Vegeta master Super Saiyan 3 by a time. Goku also trying to actually achieve Super Saiyan 3 with Goku's help, and he was most likely able to do that thanks to his hybrid potential. Of course, both Goten and Trunks were able to achieve Super Saiyan 2 on their own thanks to Goku's training as well. Vegeta, after mastering Super Saiyan 3, will go on to go into Limit Breaker transformation, and he will easily able to utilize the transformation thanks to the help of Goku and his guidance. Due to Goku being much more experienced with the form and having much more experience and mm, more capabilities with the form. The form actually itself gives the user much more durability and stamina alongside speed. It does not increase the strength as much, but the strength is definitely increased, but it mostly stamina and speed and durability, or the most likely more increase in strength, which actually surprised Vegeta. Of course, Goku also tells Vegeta of a new technique he was able to learn in the afterlife, which of course caught Vegeta off guard as Goku utilizes the fusion dance with Vegeta. Both of them perform it as Gogeta is born, and Gogeta has to test out his full power as he goes to Super Saiyan 3 Limit Breaker, and he shakes the entire universe just for a split moment as he is in his full power. Of course, the fusion instantly splits afterwards around 2 to 3 minutes due to the immense power they both released. Even Vegeta is surprised by his power that Gogeta utilized in the Limit Breaker form. It was incredible. Goku wonders if he can combine Kaioken, but he says it's maybe too risky, so he decides not to utilize it. Goku wants to help Vegeta truly master Limit Breaker, since Goku himself has already gained incredible good control over it, but he has not mastered it just yet. With both Goku and Vegeta training, they were easy able to master it afterwards. And eventually, Beerus does arrive like King Cannon, but both Goku and Vegeta are stronger than King counterparts, meaning that they will actually provide much more big of a challenge to Beerus than the original. With Goku utilizing the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta himself as well, they will actually provide much more bigger challenge to Beerus than ever before. Of course, Beerus still has his premonition about the Super Saiyan God, but also a variation of a Super Saiyan God with much longer hair, just like the Super Saiyan 3 form. Of course, he decides to do that to Goku, but he tells Goku to actually stay in his Super Saiyan 3 transformation. Because Goku fully mastered Super Saiyan 3, he can utilize it as a base form too, so he decides to stay in it. They perform Super Saiyan God ritual as Goku's once blonde hair turns red, as Goku has become a Super Saiyan 3 God. And the difference in power in comparison to the original Super Saiyan God is gigantic, as Goku's ki alone is incredibly intensified, and Vegeta can sense it due to Limit Breaker possessing slight amounts of God ki. So that's why Vegeta can actually sense the immense pressure and power Goku's ki has. Vegeta is surprised by the power Goku is even releasing, and he's even shocked to actually know that. Of course, Beerus will also be impressed, and he will decide to fight Goku. Due to Goku fully mastering Super Saiyan 3, the Super Saiyan 3 God is not actually that much difficult to control for Goku himself. Eventually, both Goku and Beerus will begin their battle, but this battle will actually be much more closer than in canon because of Goku's overwhelming power and strength and experience with Super Saiyan 3. And due to God being stacked on top of that, means that Goku is actually much stronger. And because Goku has Super Saiyan 3 and God on top of it, his adapting will actually be much more faster. Goku actually grew more powerful, and it should push Beerus to actually use 90% of his power. Surprising Beerus of his strength and power, as Beerus has never seen a more pushing this far before. Of course, he knows that Whis was able to push him far beyond his limits, but Goku is pushing him something even close to that. Of course, Goku is about to give out, but Goku does not want to give up. For a glimpse, Goku achieves Super Saiyan Blue, but he then drops out of it due to the immense energy he was releasing. So Goku begins to fall, but Beerus is able to catch him, telling Goku that maybe he has maybe close to a spot of being his number one strongest rival, as Beerus smirks. Eventually, a couple of months would pass, as Whis, of course, will go into Earth so he can get some food. But also, he wanted to actually recruit Goku and Vegeta to train under him, since Beerus wanted both them to train under Whis, since he saw a lot of potential in both of them. Not only just Goku when he bowed him, but also Vegeta when Goku and Vegeta bow him. So that's why we decided to take both of them. Of course, Goku is pumped for training with Whis, since he can probably learn more about Super Saiyan God, even Super Saiyan 3 God. And even also Vegeta would decide to agree. Eventually, the two Saiyans will go to Beerus' planet and train with Whis. They'll get the basics of Super Saiyan God and master it with ease due to their Super Saiyan 3 transformation being much more unstable, so it's much more easier for them to master. They're also able to fully control Super Saiyan Blue, and they're actually able to master it after some times in their training, which incredibly surprises Whis. Goku decides to combine Blue with Super Saiyan 3, but he can only utilize the transformation for only 1 minute, and then he drops out of stamina due to the intense power. Even Vegeta himself is trying to achieve some similar level to it, but he's still not close to it. Of course, both of them can already utilize Super Saiyan 3 God, which is actually stronger than their Super Saiyan Blue forms, but after they are able to perfect them, their Super Saiyan Blue forms are actually stronger than their Super Saiyan 3 God forms. So that's why Goku and Vegeta are actually stronger than before. Of course, Frieza is still revived, but Goku actually continues his training, continues to increase his power, and even achieves Super Saiyan 3 Limit Breaker after training. Of course, Gohan does not get a gigantic boost in increasing his power, but he's able to hold his own a lot better. This Frieza also would have been training for a much longer time, training for 8 months instead of 6, because of Frieza actually hearing that Goku was able to achieve a new type of power, known as Super Saiyan God 3, which was able to actually push Beerus to use 90% of his power, as Beerus proclaimed. Which, of course, would surprise Frieza, as he would have been training incredibly hard. In these 8 months, he'll be training as hard as he can to actually push himself to a limit. And eventually, Frieza will then go back to Earth. And he'll be in his final form as he'll battle Gohan. In base, they're both actually slightly equal, but Frieza has the upper edge. Gohan will transform to Super Saiyan as he'll easily start to overpower Frieza in his final form. Frieza will then power up a lot more, powering up into his 5th form, a form he was able to achieve after training a lot more. This 3rd form is able to push Gohan around, while Gohan decides to go into Super Saiyan 3. And this actually is able to equalize the battle, as they're now both equally matched. Frieza will then smirk as he'll power up into his golden form. Gohan is charmed by his new power, as Gohan uses Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 3. But even with this form, Gohan is not enough to push Frieza around. Frieza is easily able to push around Gohan and tell him that he's nothing. And before Frieza could kill Gohan, Goku and Vegeta teleport in front of him, stopping the blast midway. Goku tells Frieza he's impressed by his power, but it's time for him to actually face his true challenge. Goku powers up with Super Saiyan Blue perfected and tells Frieza he will be his opponent. Frieza, of course, smirks and he tells him that he has been waiting years for this. As Frieza rushes against Goku, Goku is easily able to block his attack. Frieza is shocked by Goku just easily blocking his attack as it continues to battle Goku. Frieza continues to battle Goku as Goku's power is almost equalized to that of Frieza, but Goku is actually slightly suppressed. Frieza then decides to just show his true power as he powers up into his 5th golden form. Goku is shocked by his power as Frieza pushes Goku around. Goku knows that he might not have much time, but he needs to utilize this form. Goku powers up and destroys the entire universe as well powers up into Super Saiyan Blue 3. With this power up, Goku rushes against Frieza, and with a couple of blows, he's able to send the Emperor flying. Frieza is caught off guard by the attacks as Goku rushes at him, telling that he's gonna end this right here and now. Goku powers up a Kamehameha, but because of the energy he utilizes throughout the blows, Goku starts to drop down to base form. But Vegeta powers up Super Saiyan Blue 3 himself and fires a final flash at Frieza, annihilating him. where you can fire up a Kamehameha in base form, is he's able to give just enough power in Vegeta's attack so they can both annihilate Frieza. Naturally, they both drop to base form due to thereby not actually able to handle off the Super Saiyan 3 transformation just yet, but they're getting much more close to mastering it than ever before. Gohan is impressed as he knows he must continue his training, and he also must continue on with continuing training with the Mystic form and Super Saiyan 3. Gohan continues to train, and eventually he is able to achieve a new level of power when Goku and Vegeta continue on with their own training. Gohan is able to achieve Mystic Super Saiyan, which is actually in very strong form, which is able to combine his Mystic form with his Super Saiyan 2 transformation, creating Mystic 2, which is a much stronger variation of his original form, allowing Gohan to actually be a lot stronger. But Goku and Vegeta also, when preparing for the Universe 6 vs. Universe 7 tournament like in the original, well, they most likely would have focused on Master Super Saiyan 3 and nothing else. Both of them decided to achieve their own levels of power with Super Saiyan 3, since Super Saiyan Blue 3 is actually incredibly strong and powerful, so they both decided to utilize this transformation as their own variation. They both want to master it so they can utilize it like a normal Super Saiyan 3 like they did in back then when they fully master it. So they are trying to do the same. And because of the time jewel upgrade that we was able to provide them, for 1 day it's equivalent to 5 years, they're able to practically train for 3 days, which is equivalent to 15 years. And these 15 years, both Goku and Vegeta were able to fully master Super Saiyan 3, it gained much better control over it. But would this be enough to face off against Universe 6 fighters? We just have to see in the next part. See you guys in the next video. Sign out, my fans. See you next time.